Hello everyone and welcome back to more Baldur's Gate 3 with your host Madman. So, we are logging back into the game at a very pivotal point. I've already made my choice. I've gotten through the fight that I was dumb enough to forget that I had access to allies for. We got the allies summoned in, we fought our way to the brain, we killed the brain's will. Just to provide a brief summary. And now we're at this pivotal point. And in this playthrough, we're going to go with this option here. Go ahead. Command the brain to destroy all tadpoles. And then itself.
My master, I must obey. I must end. Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain. Silence. Free of urge and worm, your brain is battered and bruised, but it is yours. Yours at last.
Yeah, it falls into the ocean, I get it. I may or may not have seen this cutscene before, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here we are, an important cutscene. Ha! Victory! Our enemies are dust at our feet. God, she's so fucking hot.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mizora said they would. A small price to pay, in the grand scheme of things. It's over. It's truly over.
And here I was worried I'd be some grotesque, deformed beast. I would say no offense meant, but, well, look at you.
It makes little difference to me. I did what I had to secure my freedom. And in spite of your resistance to completing your evolution, you have proved a good ally.
We could not have done it without your help.
I'm glad you think so. I did my best.
Well, that's a pleasant sight. Here's hoping they stay in their own plane.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere. The crown, it's somewhere in Kionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. Powers of Karsus would be in my hands. But what then? What would I do with it once I have it?
Such power was not meant for mortals. Retrieve the crown and give it to Mistra, as she asked.
Sage and timely counsel as always, and I intend to heed it. A wise man learns from his mistakes and strives not to repeat them. I shall bring the crown to Mistra. She'll cure me of my affliction, and I'll finally be free.
Better yet, you'll be her chosen again.
And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, it's that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. I've grown quite fond of this merry band of ours besides. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands, and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Now you're talking. After all that, I think I'll need a drink in each hand and a third on the table. But I think right of choosing should fall to you. What'll it be? I mean, we gotta rebuild the city. It's a fucking shit heap. We should stay in the city. Help to rebuild it.
Perhaps we can circle back to that one. Once the fires have died and the rubble's settled, I do think we deserve a little rest.
I will not be joining you. I feel my presence will be no more welcome in the streets of the city than it ever was.
You're right, of course, but, well, I'll miss you, friend. Your companionship has been quite the education.
I will miss you, too. Now that you no longer live in each other's minds, it's hard to tell if the Mind Flayer is being sincere, though perhaps no harder than it ever was.
Oh shit, guys, we never solved this puzzle.
We did it, soldier. The city's gonna be alright, and so are you. It's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
You were spectacular in every way.
So are you, my friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful, Hot. I never gave up. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw gods. Goodbye, sun. Goodbye, sea. Goodbye. I'm ready. Stand back. I'm gonna...
It's over, and it's all because of you. You who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate. You slept like a babe, straight through the night, dreamless, thoughtless, and almost entirely free. For the first time you feel alone. Calm, you breathe. Baal may have been your beginning, but he will not be your end. But what will you do now that your life is your own?
I will atone for my sins against the Baldurians by rebuilding their city.
A rush of pleasure wells up within you with the thought. You still do not know the full extent of the scars that you left, but you will heal them, one by one. And once you have, the world will be yours, not to conquer, but to explore.
What a comfy ending, guys. Goddamn. How conciliatory of this game. Meant to placate us. Despite reality's bullshit.
6 months since you faced your father and refused your birthright. 6 months since you cured yourself. Your life is now your own, and you are already becoming someone new. But the memories of the past will not leave you alone. You receive an invitation one day in a hand you recognize immediately. Challenger of gods, it reads, surely thou wishest to see thine true family once more. Withers, who raised you when your father struck you down, he bids you join him at a gathering of your allies and friends. So once again you return to the place where you formed your first memories. You are calm. You are you. You can do this.
Thou art called here, some from above, some below.
Alright guys, let's talk to Withers here. He's leading us to some kind of dialogue option. I've met a Withers in my life. He's a good person. He knows who he is. Not a surrogate father, but a teacher and a wise soul. Someone I'm grateful for having been able to meet. Don't trivialize those encounters in your life. If you find someone who seems like a sage to you, accept them and accept what they have to say.
Thou feelst it still. She is not here. She who was the boldest. Has thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often?
I can't think about her. Makes me too sad each time.
To leave thine burden unspoken is to leave thyself burdened. In the fugue plain her soul burns so bright, it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time all changeth, and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again.
I suppose I'll return to the party.
Alright, so I wanted to talk to some motherfuckers before we end this video. I don't know if I'll do the book reading thing. Or you know what, maybe this is a good time to end the video here. Yeah, you know what, I'm feeling it. We're going to end this video here, and then the next video will be us talking to the various members of our party for this playthrough, getting some closure, and then we'll talk to Withers and see what he has to say. So, thank you all again for following me on this journey. I appreciate your support, your viewership, your comments, everything. Even one comment in 10 videos. It means a lot to me. For real. Unironically. Genuinely. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. And, as always, peace out.